In health news, reporter Rock Berry brings you a story on what may be the most addictive recreational drug nightmare waiting to happen.
If you've ever had a cold or suffer from allergies, you may have also at one time or another used the most addictive over-the-counter medicine on the market, nasal spray. Once thought to be the best remedy for a stuffy nose, some health officials are now calling it the new drug of choice for people who use it just to get high. We spoke with one user recently who will remain anonymous to protect his identity. Can you tell us in your own words how you came to be a heavy user of nasal spray?
Well, it first started when I came down with a really bad cold, and I just couldn't breathe through my nose. And on a trip to the drugstore, I found a bottle of nasal spray that offered me some relief, and I've been using it ever since, and it's been about 3 years now.
What exactly happens when you sniff nasal spray? Can you describe for us the sensation?
When you first start using nasal spray, for the first couple of days, it just helps you breathe easier, but if you continue to use it past the recommended time, it just eventually eats a hole right into your brain so that you can just spray it directly onto your brain, and it just gives you a rush. It's like 10 times greater than that of heroin or even cocaine.
And finally, can you tell us how this has affected your life?
Oh, it's had an enormous effect on my life, you know. I used to manage a Fortune 500 company, and there was times at work when I'd excuse myself from a meeting just so I could run into the bathroom and spray up about half a bottle. I lost my wife of 13 years and pretty much my life to nose spray and my life savings. I'm in rehab right now, and I'm just taking it one day at a time, you know. I've been clean for about 3 days now, and I hope that someday I can just be rid of nose spray altogether.
Indeed, one of the most tragic parts of this addiction is that anyone can buy nasal spray over the counter. Most drugstores don't even require identification to purchase large quantities at one time. If you suspect that one of your loved ones is addicted to nose spray, here are the warning signs to look for. The first and most noticeable sign of early addiction is constant sniffing, not to be confused with sniffing associated with a cold or flu. Secondly, if the person is very sensitive in the nasal area. Nasal spray often causes this area to become very tender to the touch. The third, and one of the most dangerous signs, is that of constantly complaining that their brain itches. And it most certainly is addiction if the user is able to insert their own finger far enough into the nasal cavity to actually scratch their own brain. While the manufacturers of nasal spray products claim that their product is safe and non-addictive, health officials still warn that if you have a cold, it's much safer to simply buy some Kleenex and ride it out until you can breathe again easier. I'm Rock Berry reporting on your health for News You Can Use.
And in other news, shocking allegations stemming from the royal family about the recent behavior of Princess Diana. Sources close to the royal family have reported that Princess Diana recently made a trip to a video store and rented 2 movies. She then took the movies home and watched them by herself. We go now to Dang Fruit for the latest on this royal outrage, along with other insider gossip from around Hollywood.